Yes, sir. What's nigga with those motherfucking brewskis?
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Need 30 more seconds, you feel me? Yes, sir. Throw some of this Bubba Kush real quick.
4-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Hey, hey. Hey, get right down.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett.
Bro, Hillius? Yes, sir. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? Oh, yeah, you just throw your shoes right there, though. That's cool. What's up, man? Don't let that thing talk to you like
so
that.
So 1st and 10
Smack
now
that.
from the 30. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara.
Oh, no.
And now running right through.
Oh, no.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
That's smart.
And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you.
Yes,
when
sir.
they're past you and behind you,
Yeah, shit.
that's a tough one to swallow.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball
yes,
again.
sir. Let me get one, too.
Opening past the 40. And he'll take this
Big
down to the
baby.
40-yard line. 34 yards there at a first down.
Dance
Gonna
class,
take that tater
anyone?
with
Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for a
counter
good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps.
Oh, yes, sir.
That timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch him?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was fucked.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Oh, no.
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Wilson.
Damn.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, That'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Wilson, and he fires.
Yes, sir.
Intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hey, hey.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got him, man, it's right. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And right with it here over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, Newton. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line, Nick Perry. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Third and long, it's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott.
Yes, sir.
In. Touchdown, Carolina. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Good shit, DJ Moore. Oh, here niggas come on.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
Oh, shit, I'm just probably done.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter.
And he lost the football, and the Panthers have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for.
Nigga,
he the catch, then he
blasted this fool.
took the
Bang!
contact and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch
Nigga
it,
just
you have
told
to
nigga
make them
ass
pay
up.
sometimes. You have to put it on them.
I got this shit. I got. Hey, I'm streaming this too, so I shoot it to you.
To slow them down.
Again to Elliott. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, here's Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore.
Yes, sir. DJ Moore, use that nigga right now.
And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano out to kick this one away. Here's Landry. Spins away. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama.
Damn.
They like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately
let's go. Break his motherfucking back.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Wilson on second down. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Broke his
One thing that
motherfucking
I
wrist,
like defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Tipped and intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A dump off to Elliott. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down.
Oh, shit.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Do something.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. Buying time to his left.
That's
Another one
bullshit.
thrown incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was going for the age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Here's Wilson to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Newton. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Landry. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
Tyler Lockett. It's complete to Lockett. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll try to run with Murray. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Newton now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the 50, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Newton now on second down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They go to Elliott again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, get right down. Gun.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Set. 180. Express.
Operating from the gun, Newton.
Man, get the fuck out the way.
They still can't get it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano for the extra point. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Gano out to kick this one away. Here's Landry. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He gets it to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Landry the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Russell Wilson, 65 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll try to run with Murray, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The give is to Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Nick Perry in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Time to ground it out now with Murray. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson. And Thomas has it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your deep.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dontari Poe in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. To throw on second down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Let's go, 14. Let's go, 14.
Wilson wants to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go, 14. Move 15. Tempo.
Wilson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guy's going downfield to catch the ball. They've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught.
Hey, fuck with your boy. It's your boing boing.
Taking the lead here in the
It's your boing boing. Yes, sir.
The highlight shows tonight the home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then
It's your boing going.
all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more.
Yes, sir.
Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point try good by Gano. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Oh,
and
my
now
goodness.
We'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
I didn't mean to do that.
And they will take a knee here. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice.